the tribe that watches back. We weren't supposed to talk about the expedition. Officially, we were biodiversity researchers heading into the outer regions of the Amazon basin, near the border of Amazon rainforest. Unofficially, we were hunting rumors. There were whispers in academic circles about a tribe that wasn't uncontacted, but intentionally hidden. Not from the modern world, from something worse. Only certain anthropologists knew the coordinates. And now so did we. There were 6 of us. By the time we realized we were the ones being studied, it was already too late. The bite. 3 days into the trek, the jungle felt wrong. Too symmetrical. Too quiet in waves. That's when Carter screamed. We spun around to see him on the ground, clutching his leg. A thick black and yellow snake slithered away into the brush. The bite was deep, already swelling. We administered antivenom, but Carter was shaking hard, his lips turning pale. We couldn't risk moving him, so we set up camp. And that was our first mistake. The rhythm of the jungle. That night sleep wouldn't come. Humidity pressed against my lungs like wet fabric. The fire was low. The trees above us formed a ceiling so thick it swallowed the moonlight. Then I heard it. Footsteps. Not random. Not animalistic. Measured. Around us. The insects stopped all at once. Then started again, but not naturally. They chirped in patterns. 3 short. 2 long. Pause. 3 short. 2 long. From different directions. It sounded like communication. I nudged Alvarez beside me. He heard it too. We both pretended not to. That's when Mason whispered he needed to relieve himself. He grabbed his flashlight and his knife. The beam cut into the darkness, swallowed immediately by green-black foliage. He disappeared behind the tree line. A minute passed, then another. Then, screaming, high, panicked, wet. We grabbed our gear and rushed toward the sound, just as Mason burst back into camp, drenched in sweat. There was someone out there, he gasped, watching me. I stabbed him, I know I did, but he didn't fall. He just stepped back, like it didn't hurt. That's when Carter stopped convulsing. Not because he was better, because a thin dart was sticking out of his neck. He dropped instantly. Before we could react, something pricked my shoulder. Then Alvarez. Then the others. The last thing I saw before collapsing was shadows emerging from the trees, silent figures painted in ash and deep red pigment, eyes reflecting firelight. Watching, waiting. The cages. I woke to the smell first. Rot, copper, smoke. We were inside wooden cages, suspended slightly above the ground, in a clearing deep within the jungle. The canopy was so thick the air barely moved. There were bones scattered around the perimeter. Human bones. Carved. Decorated. The tribe stood in a circle beyond us. Tall. Thin. Their skin marked with symbols that looked less like paint and more like scars. Carter wasn't in his cage anymore. And in the center of the clearing, a fire had been built. I won't describe what was on it, but I will say this. They weren't starving. This wasn't survival. This was ritual. The selection. They came at dawn. Not rushed. Not aggressive. Calm. One of them unlocked Mason's cage. He fought. Screamed. Begged. It didn't matter. They dragged him toward the center. We heard everything. Every sound. The jungle joined in, birds shrieking, monkeys howling, almost like celebration. I realized something then. The insects, the rhythm, the synchronized calls. The jungle wasn't reacting. It was responding. The escape. Alvarez found a weak joint in the cage, binding. We worked it loose while the tribe was distracted with smoke and chanting. When the rope snapped, we ran. Through thorns, through mud, through walls of vines that felt like hands grabbing at us. Behind us, they didn't shout. They didn't panic. They simply followed. And they were fast. Too fast. At one point, I looked back and saw one of them moving on all fours, spine bending unnaturally as he leapt over roots. Alvarez was hit first, a spear through the back. Then Dina vanished mid-sprint, dragged sideways without even a scream. I don't know how long I ran. Branches tore skin from my arms. My lungs burned like acid. Then I saw it. The river. Wide. Brown. Moving fast. I threw myself into an abandoned wooden boat half lodged in the mud and shoved off with everything I had. Arrows struck the sides. One grazed my ear, but the current took me, pulled me away. I looked back one last time. They weren't on the shore. They were in the trees, watching from the canopy, silent, as if they knew something I didn't. The last part, I was rescued 2 days later downstream, delirious, alone. No one believed the cannibal part. They said dehydration causes hallucination. They said trauma rewrites memory. But here's what keeps me awake. Sometimes at night, when it rains, the insects outside my apartment begin chirping in patterns. 3 short, 2 long, pause, and I swear, I can feel the jungle breathing, waiting for me to come back.